All right, welcome back to week 4 of the DPL preview. This time I am joined by Sister. Um, we'll be going over the matchups, predictions, etc. And if we have time, maybe we'll do a recap. This is bullshit. We will not do a recap. And maybe Jello will be here later. All right. So, Ducks versus Drought. So this is funny. Immediately your team.
Immediately, I'm not allowed to speak.
Damn. All right. Guess I will just do my predictions really quick. Uh, just so we can get more discussion on the other matchups. And we will save Storms for if Jello shows up because he said he wanted to do that for some reason. Okay, so DOU, JRL versus Enzonana. What the fuck is Enzonana's record right now? Hold on. He was like 2-0.
Yeah, he lost last week to Bagel.
Bruh. All right,
Well,
I'm
wasn't a
gonna take JRL
continuing
here
first
then.
game either.
If Enzonana was 3-0, I would have gone with Enzonana, but I will go with JRL. Okay, Shuichi versus Poppy Loco. Let me check Yuichi's record too. Let's see.
I have no idea what UEG is capable of in DOU. I only know him from playing Uber Dubers for the one tournament that it was allowed.
Yeah, I'm not too impressed with Yuichi in DOU right now. It would be scarier if it was like any other tier. So I will go with Poppy Loco. Poppy Loco, doing pretty well so far. Yeah, 3-0. Okay. Shiritu versus Shister. Oh, this one's tough. I
This
will,
one's funny.
I'm gonna go with no comment on this one. Hold on, let's
You
see.
can pass it to Jello if he shows up.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. DOU. This versus Relicanth Primal. Another fake tier moment. This is literally a coin flip. And as such, I will not waste more than 2 seconds of my time waiting on this one. So I will just say Relicanth Primal, and there we go. All right, now for a real tier. SSDOU. Lax versus Madara. Um, Lax has been doing pretty well. Despite he's like 1-2, but he should be 2-1. Week one he got robbed. And I will keep mentioning this every week. Yes, I will mention this every week. But it's Madara. And I'm not going to bold against Madara in SS, so that's my prediction. All right. SM Idol versus SMB, formerly Memoric. Um, this is pretty close, but like I said last week, I was not gonna bold against Memoric for like literally anything, so I will bold him here. Yeah, SMB is like got a good win last week, which was pretty nice because he started off pretty slow. So, but
He
this is
needed
like
that.
one of the toughest players in the pool. So, and he's not even like really in the pool. He's just played SM this week for some reason. But I have no doubts as to his competence in this tier. So, all right, XY Grandma's Cooking versus Voltix. Voltix got a nice win last week as well. This is an interesting matchup. I think I'm gonna go with Grandma's Cooking just because like. Despite Voltix having played XY a couple times, I still feel like Grandma's Cooking still has like more experience. Oh, this one's interesting. BW Checkmeter versus Act. Um, I don't even like. I don't even know if this one. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with Checkmeter here, just because he is quite an interesting builder in this tier and quite an interesting player. I think this is like one of the toughest matchups to predict in this series. Like Act has looked very good in BW as well, but I think Checkmeter is more of a BW mainer. So despite Act being like undefeated right now or something, I will go with Check. All right. I said JRL, Pappy Loco, Relicanth Primal. One, two, three. Okay, so this is either a tie or a win for the Droughts, depending on the result of the coin flip I'm going to do right now. All right, heads is Shuritu, tails is Shister. All right, I'm going with Shuri too. Let's go. High quality predictions right now. Okay. So I will predict Droughts to win 5-3 here, but this is like a pretty even series. Like honestly, like I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong on half of these. I usually am wrong on like half the predictions anyway. All right. Storms versus Cold Crew. Sister, would you like to give your thoughts on this one?
Oh boy. Well, I did look over a lot of these matchups before, and while I don't know that much about some of the players in the old gens, I gotta say these DOU matchups look pretty even to me. But I would I would say I'd probably go for QS and Wrath in the first two, and then if
Mhm.
you really push me, Zom in the third SV slot.
Fair enough. Yeah. I think that just as like obviously a biased party, I think like the three SV games this week are look really interesting. A lot of good names here, especially the Zom versus XQ match. That one um is something I don't think these two have ever played, so that one looks
It'll
interesting to me.
it'll be an it'll be an interesting one for sure. And we have Nidorus versus Ratpacker in DUU. And this is a build off in my eyes. These two are just gonna bring the funniest teams they can make for this year.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's
This analysis
it's
is
hard
probably correct.
it's hard for me to decide which one would come out on top of that matchup.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, two players that like could definitely be like have better records for the way they've been playing. I think.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna give the edge to Ratpacker for now.
Fair enough.
I can't really give a solid reason as to why. Just a bit of a gut feeling.
Respectable, respectable. Interesting to know both these two were on church last year. So another team kill.
Oh no.
What do you think about the SS one?
SS is a tier that I know virtually nothing about, and I unfortunately can't
W.
predict anything here.
Fair enough. We will wait till Jello
This
gets
is
back.
a another wait till Jello gets here.
We're gonna have to cut that part out because my roommate just asked if his breath smelled like shrimp. So we'll leave my explanation in the video, but we'll cut out the part where he actually asked that.
Sure.
Okay.
Of the games that I've watched of SM, I've seen a couple of Grovins and I think two of Yodas. And just by the way, I've been watching these two play in SM because I've been watching a lot of the SM games of this tournament so far.
Yeah,
I think Crovin is looking really strong right now.
fair enough. Yeah, I'm excited for this series. Cold Crew is a good team. Uh, my team really needs to start getting some wins. I will say that. But we've
If you
been a
take
little
out
bit
if you take down
unfortunate
Cold
so
Crew,
far. We'll see. Looking forward to the
taking
game.
down Cold Crew would be quite a statement for your team. They've been doing very well, if I'm
Oh
not
yeah, they're pretty.
mistaken.
Damn, there's a lot of teams doing pretty well right now. Yeah, a lot of teams before. My team has 1 point. Let's go. We're gaming.
Gotta
Trust the
climb back up.
process. Trust the process. Okay.
Just the process.
You have any thoughts on X, Y, or BW, or shall we move on
On
to when we can
XY,
start arguing about the other matchups?
I can't say anything about BW, and I'd be very clearly biased towards Smudge in that, even though it's probably Wob. And XY, being an XY draft tour recently and watching a lot of XY games, I think
Mhm.
laptops is stronger than single,
Fair
just
enough.
based
Fair
off
enough.
that. Oh, that maybe doesn't speak to DPL performance.
Yeah. I think this is. I always like the matchups where it's like two players playing their like main tier. Uh, that's so XY. This XY matchup looks pretty fire to me. Yeah.
It should be
All
a
right.
good one, regardless of outcome.
Let's move on. Crater Makers versus Thieves. Hmm. We have person I have no idea who it is versus the circuit champion. Gee, I wonder what I'm predicting. I'm gonna go with
I
Bagel.
wonder.
What do you think on this one? This Bagel?
Yeah, there isn't really much to say here. Maybe this person can prove their worth, but I don't know them at all.
I think they're a VGCer, but I mean, have to go with Bagel because never seen them play anything. Looks like they played an MPA recently. Yeah, they're like 3-0 in NPA. They might be the GOAT. We'll see. I'm disappointed we didn't get Flying Beagle versus Bagel. That would have been funny. Flying
Uh,
Beagle versus Shima.
with how SV has
Draft
been
bias.
shaken up
Let's
this
go.
week, draft
What do you think?
SV has been really shaken up with the Flutterban coming in this week. It might be more preferential towards players that are not doing as well as they might have been.
Mhm, that's fair. It was an interesting metagame prior to the Flutter
It,
ban.
it's such a it's such a fundamental shift in how our games are going to be played now. And just looking at ladder, there's way more bulky stuff going around. There's a lot more utility, and there's a lot more of certain play styles really leading into stuff like Trick Room or Side Spam
Yeah,
is still around.
fair.
But games feel harder to win. They feel like a little bit more earned, and there's a lot more struggle going on in the builder. And if you had to ask me which of these two players I think might adapt faster, I'm kind of leaning towards Beagle.
Enough, fair enough. Let's see how these two players are doing. Flying Beagle, 0-1 so far. Yo, so whoever just
Those
joined.
are sheep back.
Yo, it's the GOAT.
He's late. We deferred like five actual discussions to you because both of us are biased or unknowledgeable.
Yeah, how's it going?
Um, could be better,
Damn,
but we fucking
I feel
game
that.
through it all.
I feel that.
Uh, link
All
me the
right.
sheet, please.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at
We're
the
looking
screen
at
share going.
Flying Beagle versus Shima right now.
Yeah, we might as well just finish up the current matchup we're doing, and we'll go back. We are currently discussing Flying Beagle versus Shima.
Okay. Um, Flying Beagle versus Shima. Flying, Flying Beagle. You know, I'm a believer. Okay.
I'm a believer
Um,
too.
I'm such a believer. Kinda. You know, Um, not sure about the end game of their last game, but you know what? I believe they're gonna come up. And Shima's really, honestly, I thought they were gonna roll the DPL, and they've been doing a little underperforming a little bit. So Flying Beagle is my prediction.
Just- All right,
Sorry for everyone's PRs I ruined last week.
let's go. Proper content. Okay. SVDOU, ESM versus Exotic 64. Exotic 64 has been playing pretty well, but there's one GOAT in SVDOU, and it's not Exotic 64. It's Eternal Snowman. That's my prediction.
ESM is able to adapt to the metagame so quickly on a dime and play very well in the moment. I don't know anyone looking stronger this week in the wake of a Flutter main ban than ESM in the builder.
Yeah, I agree with
Uh,
you.
I don't know. I might have to go Exotic 64 on this one. Okay, you guys are
You think
forgetting the big number at the top, you know, beige one over there, the prep
Beige
guy.
one.
Okay,
That's true.
you're
Beige
right.
one.
You anybody's gonna figure out what's good and get exotic 64 that good matchup into ESM. It's that bagel support, man. I don't know. I have exotic 64 going into this one.
All right,
I'm a
all right.
special case
We'll have to
believer.
see how this game goes. Honestly, this matchup as well as a team looks really interesting, especially SB because
Mhm.
Bagel himself is playing against a VGC player who we have no information on, so that's very hype. All right, DUU Shade Kirby 3-2-1 versus Big Pichu. VGC player versus DUU main. Who wins?
I like how Shade Kirby, Mr. Kuno has been looking lately, so I think that'll be my prediction there.
Based. Bruh. Yeah, he's
Great job,
sitting at a nice
Google.
1-1.
You
I think I'll go Shade Kirby. I think DUU in general really favors like VGC players and people who like have just like really solid mods knowledge overall. And so I think like when you put like a VGC player in DUU, it's actually is like more favorable than it looks. Um, so I'll go Shade Kirby here. What are your thoughts, Chester?
I'll throw a bone to Big Pichu.
Based.
DU games are kind of settling down right now. The meta's been working itself out. I think a DU main might be able to adapt to that faster than a VGC player just working off fundamentals.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Tenzai versus Railgun. Bonus points if you know Railgun's former username. Um, I think this is actually a really good matchup. Tenzai put up a good win last week, I believe, in SS. Uh, he's sitting at a nice 2-0, so good on him. Uh,
Yeah, win versus Raf.
yep, win versus Raph, and I'm pretty sure he got a win in week 3, although, let's see. I'm not sure the sheet is entirely updated. Week 3. Yeah, Tenzai's sitting at a nice 3-0. Damn. I'm gonna go with Tenzai then. Obviously, Tenzai is like a very good player in SS, SCL starter. He went like 4-1 in SCL and FS. I think last week I didn't give him enough credit in this tier, so I will definitely go with Tenzai here. Although Luisin has looked really solid recently. Also had some good wins.
Yeah, is he not like is he not 2-1 right now? Or am I incorrect?
You're probably
Uh
correct. Let's see. Yeah, he's 2-1. Yeah, this is actually a really good matchup. This
yeah.
is an SS game to pay attention to, in my opinion.
I'm definitely gonna tune in for this one. I'm going against you. I love my boy Tenzai.
Mhm.
That's his homie, but I'm going. I really like how Railgun has been playing lately. I think they've been doing really well in SS. I'm grateful that they're not in SV. I think that would be a damn dangerous, damn dangerous lineup. Uh, yeah, I think they're one of the best players right now. I think very highly of their play. I'm very impressed. So I'm gonna go with them to
Yeah,
take this.
I agree with that analysis. I think this is like a very close matchup. Railgun, very excellent recent months as well. What do you think, Sister?
Break the tie.
I've had the pleasure of watching Tenzai's games, and he is operating in peak capacity right now. I gotta give it to Tenzai.
Fair enough,
Take
man.
that, Jello. What do you got to say to that? I'm just kidding.
Uh,
All right.
Nothing, man. Tenzai's a beast. This is gonna be a banger.
Yeah, I gotta
And
watch that game.
we got another
Another good.
banger right here.
Oh yeah, Ed
Every
versus
SM
Charlotte.
game.
SM in general is just like a very very stacked field.
Yeah,
I'm a
they
I'm a big fan of Ann and SM, so I will lean them here. But Charlotte, she's looked really good in SM. 2-1 right now. I'm not sure what Ann's record is. Let me check that. I think 1-0. Okay. Damn, they didn't play first 2 weeks. That's kind of crazy to me. Let's see. Oh wait, no, there's
they
more.
didn't play
Let's see.
SV the first 2 weeks.
Let's see. Oh, they're 2-1. So this is a good matchup. Both players are 2-1. I will lean Ann just because I've seen them prep some before it, and honestly very impressive. All
Honestly,
right,
like, does losing to Croven even count? You know what I mean?
fair
Like,
enough. Fair enough.
Um, damn, this is a
Both
hard
might be that
one.
guy.
This is a hard one. Uh, um, I'm gonna go Charlotte because I think these are gonna win the series. But I really I don't have a prediction here. I think these are both great players.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Shisser. What are your thoughts on this interesting SM game?
SM's kind of my blind spot here, but
Real.
having seen how Ann plays and having done a good amount of review on how Charlotte plays last week for s- some scouting for my team, I think I gotta give it to Ann.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. XY Z versus Talking Tree. Now this is a very good matchup as well. I think, man, I really don't really know where to go here. I think I'll lean Z, but really this is just like very much a toss up to me. Very good XY players here.
Yeah, what's Z's record in XY right now?
Let's see. Uh, 2-1. Tree
Mm,
is 1-2.
um, I don't know for sure, but I just get the impression that um Z is I just feel like Z is very motivated. Um, I
Okay, fair
know
enough.
I know they mentioned like they want to take their XY adventures very seriously this year. And I expect, I'm gonna go with where I assume the motivation is stronger, and I'm gonna pick Z.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's a
I
strong
can
pick here.
definitely I can definitely say that I've noticed the amount of effort Z has been putting into not just play, but a number of aspects around DPL this year, and real active with some of the other stuff going on. So I'll lean into it too for the same reason as Jello.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. BW Mishimoto versus Fran. How did Mishimoto's game last week go? Let's see. I believe you played BW.
Versus Yuki.
Let's see. Okay, he lost to Yuki last week, although had a pretty successful campaign last year in DPL and BW. Hmm, I don't really know about this one. I think I'll
And
go with Fran.
then
Fran has looked really good in BW. Yeah, I'll go with
Friends
Fran.
one loss, Friends one
2-1.
loss to Act last week was just they both came down to Curse Ferrothorn being alive and a parish song diff.
Damn,
That's how the game ended.
that's crazy.
So Fran is doing extremely well in black and white right now. I gotta give it to them. Just
Yeah,
off record.
they look so um they looked so strong last week. And Michi, even though they lost, like there was a little bit of, well, there's always luck, back in black and white. But um like they were definitely they were playing strong, but despite both of them coming off of a loss, they both looked very impressive last week. But I think I'm gonna give it to Fran. Fran's just looking crazy right now.
Yeah, fair. I think Mishimoto and BW is a little bit like we don't really know what to do with this slot. Um, at least that's how it was for Thief last year. They didn't really have anyone else who could play BW. But this is another team kill, by the way. Yeah, I think this one could go either way. I mean, Mishimoto's had good BW games in the past, but Fran has looked so good it's hard to predict against them right now. All right, last matchup before we go back to the ones we skipped. Hydreigon's versus Spindas. And right off the bat, we have Paraplegic versus Zeal. Um, Zeal with a honestly really good
You'll never
3-0
guess who
record right
I
now.
think is gonna win.
But Paraplegic's my guy. I'm gonna go with Paraplegic. I think
Hater.
Paraplegic could really come up with some wacky sets that I haven't really ever seen Zeal bring. And that really lends like a layer of unpredictability here. But I'm gonna go with Paraplegic. I am a
Blasphemy.
hater. Oh yes, of course, Jello is biased as seen here on the screen right now. What do you think, Shister?
You know,
Good talk.
considering that I confused these two players in my mind for months,
Let's
it's
go.
kind of as messed up as that may sound, it is kind of hard to choose between the two when I actually think about think about it. You can look at the records here.
Paraplegic 1 and 2, Zeal 3 and 0. Zeal is very solid. I just very much believe Tara's going to try to turn it around this week, so that's my reasoning.
Yeah, I kind of concur.
All right.
Er,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
uh,
And of course, Paraplegic already has experience in the no flutter meta, having just played the exhibition match against myself. Uh, Stay tuned. I might make a video out of that. We'll see. It's not really as funny now that Flutter actually got banned, but you know, it do be like that. All right, Yo Buddy versus Sir Gelaton. This is a really good matchup, but I'm gonna go with Jello. Uh, and this is not just because I am biased because he's in the call right now. I think Jello's looked really good in general. In SP, had a moment week two with a certain replay saving, but overall it's looked really good.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
What about you, sister? What do you
I
think
got
here?
I gotta agree. As I'm comparing these two players, I just generally think that Jello is a bit stronger than Yo Buddy. It's not that far off, but I lean towards Jello.
I think Yo Buddy has other tiers where he's like I think SV for Yo Buddy is like he's doing well right now, but I think if he was in another tier, he'd be Jello. But it's SV and Jello's look really good. Okay, Keanu versus Zern. Oh man, I was just talking with Keanu earlier about this one. Um,
We
Zern
both
obviously
were.
like the best player in the pool, probably. However, Keanu's my guy, so I'm gonna go with my guy.
God bless your heart.
Hey man,
I
I
can't.
gotta be spicy once in a
I,
while for the content.
I can't do it. But
That's crazy, bro.
I
It's such lack of
I
loyalty.
I
What's that
like
one meme?
Keanu.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Do not cite Star Wars to me, you plebeian. Ay ay ay.
But
Keanu,
yeah, it's hard to
Keanu,
predict against Zern.
Keanu.
If it was like
It,
not my friend, maybe I wouldn't. Like,
well, I don't think Keanu will mind that much, all things considered.
probably not. But we'll see. Will Keanu VGC take a break from his VGC main quest and pursue the DOU side quest? We'll see. Find out whenever the game actually is. I have no idea. Okay, DUU Hugo versus Kaori. Damn, why are all my friends on one team? What the hell? Okay. Hugo's actually 2-0 right now, pulling up with like the most jank of jank. I think this is like let me check Kaori's record right now.
Hugo's pulling out very experimental teams that can win into certain matchups that are fairly common in DUU, is what I've been noticing with his building so far. His
Definitely.
teams aren't they aren't rock solid, but they're good enough to win the matchups that he's looking into with the scouts. That's been giving him an edge. But I don't think that's going to work into Kaori.
Yeah, fair.
I I think Kaori is very much a solid enough DUU player that that style just isn't going to work.
I think like the thing is, you say it's experimental, but deep down, we all know Hugo's just reusing teams from like July 2023. So like I'm gonna go with Hugo, but I think this is like honestly mostly just to be like you know interesting, and also to continue the trend of predicting my friends. But I really could see this going either way. I would expect Kaori will probably do more prep than Hugo, but you never know. Okay. SSDOU, Meminger 21 versus Star. Let me check Meminger's record. So we're doing a lot more of this as the weeks go on. 0-3, damn. That is unexpected for someone I consider like very, very good in this tier. I think Star has been doing quite well. Star is 3-0, and Meminger is 0-3. Oh man, this is tough. If we put aside the records, I would probably predict Meminger. Uh, but given that it's kind of hard to like once you get a little bit tilted, as I know from my own experience in this same tour last year. I will go with Star just based on like having the momentum. What do you think, Shifter?
Not much to say. I don't know much about these players.
There. All right. SM. Zoe versus Umbri. Oh man, this is interesting. But it's Umbri and SM. I can't really predict against Umbri, so I'll go with Umbri here.
Yeah, even I know the legend of Umbri and SM.
All right. XY. Yellow Paint versus Amaranth. Hmm.
Amaranth is unfortunately 0-3 right now.
Yeah. Yellow Paint 1 and 2. So an opportunity for both players to kind of like get some more momentum this week. Uh, I'll go with Yellow Paint just because, uh, again, momentum is like even though like it's not as like big of a difference here. Like I still think I will win Yellow Paint. Uh, any thoughts here? They're just similar.
No, I think I'd favor Amaranth despite the slightly harsher record.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I think Amaranth has the potential to bring out some great gameplay in XY.
Yeah. Okay. I would agree with that assessment. Uh, okay. BW Bless versus Dad 1. I have never seen Sunrose play BW, whereas Dad 1 is like one of the goats of this tier. So I'm gonna go with Dad 1. Uh, yeah.
There's nothing to say about it. there's,
This is
there's
another we do not have a BW player moment. So yeah. All right. So we predicted Jello, Star, Umbry, or at least I did. I predicted 4-4. Uh, but I think Shister. I'm not going to go through like the whole math because I'm lazy. But I think Shister predicted Spindus to win. This is an interesting series. Uh, Spindus have a better record right now, so
Didn't-
uh,
Okay, now that that's over, they do have a black and white player, right? Does Meminger not play the tier? And it's not like I thought for sure that'd be the change they would make.
does my major play
Uh,
BW? I don't even know.
does he? I thought for sure he did. Could be wrong.
I don't know. It might be another case of I'm putting my sign up down as BW as a last resort. But yeah, that is interesting. Let me check signups. DOU. It's in the archive or no? It's, yeah, here it is. By manager 21. So yeah, I just have BW in his tiers played. Interesting. Yeah, that would have. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen Sunrose play BW before. Interesting. All right,
And you
we
definitely
might as
played
well
us.
go back to Storms because you said you wanted to predict this. All right, you have the floor.
Oh, let's go. Okay,
I
so
just I just roasted the shit out of your team. Now you get to do that for my team.
um, so QSNS versus Loud Winner to start off. I gotta say, um, in any normal in any normal scenario ever, this would be the most no brain QSNS, no explanation needed. Next one, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, this is all just speculation. But I feel just going off what was brought last week. That is QSNS was definitely not building. Was definitely not building, at least for themselves. Because that's just certainly didn't seem like a very uh QSNS top tier, top of the line, refined, cooked and 5-star meal, whatever bullshit type team. I'm a little skeptical, and I know Loudwinner wants this win very bad. I want to go where the motivation is.
Fair
And I'm
enough.
gonna go QSNS. What's going on there on your screen? Oh, you got to see it.
I
This is
just
this
wanted to
is
show the teams just for the audience, you know?
I I genuinely I was watching this game with Skisser, and I was like, and he's like, did he just bring the regional winning team from like today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did, yeah. Although I don't really pay much attention to VGC, so. All right.
So,
So I'm Skisser, what do you think for this game?
well, given that additional context about Loudwinner, I can more confidently say, yeah, I'd go for them, especially if QS is still copying VGC teams, because
Mm.
VGC teams right now, they don't feel like they were working in DOU at all. Especially since we just banned Fluttermane, so the tiers are too fundamentally different now.
Mm, mm,
Not gonna
yeah,
comment
very
on any of the like the predictions or anything, but yeah, I do think just in general the Flutter ban actually really changes the dynamic between the two tiers. Just because like they were very similar for a long time. That's not really the case anymore. Flutter is like such a big influence.
mm, mm, mm. Yeah, going forward now, hmm, Gasai versus Raf. Um, you know, no disrespect to Gasai, great player, also a notorious matchup fisher. Just gonna say it as it is. Um, and with you know, basically an entirely new meta with you know the Pokemon gone. This is a very volatile game. Um, because I'm not sure what to expect from Gasai here. I don't know if it's just gonna be regular DOA stuff or new type of HO with what offenses get changing. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm very scared for Raf. Uh, but it is Raf. That's the goat. And they beat me once, and Gasai's not beat me once, so it looks better if they win. So I'm picking Raf. Uh, Skisser, what do you think?
No, you pretty much summed up what I failed to put in the words last time here. I predicted the same.
I can't believe Raph
Mm.
has played against the Storms. What is this? This is so sad.
How the tables turn. Uh, Zom versus Execute. Uh,
You played both of these players. Unique
yeah.
analysis here.
Um, both of these players are very strong. Um, the difference in the games is that Execute brought fraudulence, and Zom did not. Uh,
How'd you
Zom
like that
brought.
team? Bro, I could reveal one of the sets now. That was
We'll
Thunder
talk about it
Fluttermane.
after. We'll
How do you
talk
feel
about it
about
after.
Thunder Fluttermane being brought against you?
I'm annoyed about everything about what was brought to me after.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Okay, okay.
Um. Yeah. So. Uh. Cold. Cold Crew is just such a just seems like an annoying team to have to play at the start of a meta change. Cause I just I don't know what devious things are cooking up there, but you know I like Zom. I like Zom. Respect his play a
Amazing.
lot. So I'm gonna go with Zom here. And also, I'm just not super. I don't think best of one is executes highlight way to play the game. I think in a best of three format, they're way, way more scary, and I think they're kind of limited here. And because of that, I want to go Zom. And let's go now. Nito versus Rat Packer. Do you? Oh wait, sorry. Skister, what are your thoughts on that game?
I put in favor of Zom, but only just. XQ is very capable. It comes right down to it. Although the building might be interesting with the meta change, XQ is already a bit known in my eyes for bringing interesting things. So couple that with the meta change, and who knows what'll happen. I think it would be very funny if any of the Cold Crew players just ended up bringing Fan Room, since that team is completely unaffected by a Flutter ban.
Bro, free fan game, bro. Come on now.
So true.
It's my goat.
Nito versus Packers gonna be a banger. Can I predict this as banger set and just move on?
Fair enough.
Don't-
I will not judge.
yeah. Um. I think both of these players are really, 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 really good. I think very highly of both of them. Um. And I expect a banger set, and that's it. That's really I have no prediction on who's gonna win or lose. I just know that this is gonna be a really fun one to watch. What do you think, Sister? Leave this one to you.
Well, as I said before, I give a slight edge to Ratbacker.
All right. Let's go. Ooh, Gen 1 versus Rob Jr. Uh, Rob coming off a nice win. Gen 1 not coming off a nice win. This is an interesting one. Rob, you know what? I'm gonna go Rob. I just think there's a buff of seems to be a buff of singles players in SSDOU. I don't know. Like
That's actually so
Lex
true,
is
though.
doing too bad. Rob is doing really well. Star is 3-0. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not betting against the singles player in SS.
I mean, for context, there was a lot of singles players that picked up SS during the last OSTT
All right, no
because,
CP1.
yeah,
Joey Pokey Ames.
yeah.
What do you think, sister?
Uh, your verdict is the only one here. I don't know anything about this tier.
Very, very well then. Yeah, I like and I like
SS
Rob's
moment.
team from last week too. So definitely expecting another strong one to come out. You know, I have some things to say about this next one, Provin versus Yoda. Okay, because I feel like Yoda has gotten away with some fraudulence. All right, he's gotten away with some fraudulence, and I think he's gotten away with that because he like I just the team choices here from Yoda. I don't think they haven't been bad, but I'm certainly looking at him sideways, just on how these teams. So the reason why I'm doing this is because he brought Umbree's week one team versus our week two,
Let's go.
and just fucking and just play with that. I I don't know how I don't think he's building anything. So it's just I'd like to think that he's spinning a wheel, and that's how he's picking teams in my head. And I think he's just getting away with it because he's just Yoda, man. He's a really good player, and is just being able to spins a wheel, gets a decent enough matchup, and just outplays for the most part. But I know better than to bet against Crovin. Um, so Crovin, I'm an educated guy. Uh, moving on to XY.
Or I guess Shister was related to give his thoughts. The thoughts he put stuff earlier.
Yeah.
Laptops versus Single Thunder. As far as I know, these two have been prepping against each other for the most part. Uh, so with that taking out of the way, I'm kind of interested in. I'm very interested in what's being brought here. Uh, ST played a great set versus Memo. Unfortunately robbed in a heartbreaker. Very good set, and as Aragon will pull up here,
Yeah.
lots of terrible things had to happen for this game to be lost for SD. But their play
Yeah,
has
the
been
Blastoise
super.
just died. That's crazy. Rip Blastoise.
Hey, it got rocks off the field.
No way Steam Eruption
Steam
missed.
eruption miss on Lando. Second
No
steam
way it did it
eruption
Bro?
twice. I've never seen that before, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what happened. And then I believe actually still ended up getting into, if you can skip to the last turn, ended up getting into a winning endgame and then missed the rock slide. Uh if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Moment.
So and this
And the
was
HP Ice crit. Let's go. Not
the
the XD.
HBI.
Not the XD. Oh my goodness.
Listen, what's really sad about this is the HBI crit didn't matter because this set was revealed to be banned. It was banned rock. So even if a guard didn't get parried,
Interesting.
it protected and the Thunderous died to one rock slide. Um
Damn.
so got the last turn correct, despite two steam eruption misses and still lost.
Bruh.
So I know SC's
That's
mad about that.
unfortunate.
Yeah, they
Mubarak
played
just has plot armor sometimes.
I
He might be
mean,
that guy.
Memo's just not gonna Memo's not gonna lose. It's in the script. Dating Taylor Swift. Uh,
Oh god.
yeah, I think ST has been playing super strong. Uh, I'm not gonna super confidently bet against laptops because I really like how laptops has been doing, but I'm gonna definitely go ST here. Single Thunder's gonna get it done. And any thoughts from you, Skister?
Go with some high
No,
quality analysis.
I will say that I just reflexively started tuning things out and opened a ladder game, and I just matched you fan game.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Invite the game so I can watch.
Hmm?
Invite me so I
My
can
all.
watch. Oh, yeah. Rip. That's
Good game.
crazy. GG. Okay. BW.
Um, Snowpoint, Snowpoint. The Cold Crew did for the BW slot didn't actually draft the BW player. They actually just drafted a win button. Um
That's crazy.
and the win button just has the Wobbuffet on it. And every time you click it, it says Mish, and then it hacks the opponent and plays better and wins. So I don't think there's no discussions needed here.
Bro. Damn. I know you just bet against my player, but like scription was so funny and yet so accurate that like I can't even be mad, bro. Like, come on. All right. Um, yeah, nice. Thanks for tuning in. I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah.
You missed one.
Did I miss one? Oh, I guess your game. All right. All right, Jello. It's Yuritu versus Shister. Who wins?
Um, I would like to say two things. First of all, I'm not a believer in I'm not a shirt two believer. I'm sorry, going Skister. Uh, my second thing is I'm getting pissed looking at this Droughts lineup. Where is Lem? Somebody answer this. I
Bro,
don't.
free my goat. Who the fuck is Lem? Lem.
Where is Lem? Lost to Zern, arguably the best player in the whole tier week one, and just hasn't played. And that was like their SV1. Like what's going on here?
Bro, what are they cooking?
Droughts are playing with a handicap. Where is Lem?
Bro, that is one of the lineup decisions I've ever seen.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
free
I'm
Lem
I'm
if
sad I
you're
mentioned
watching.
this.
Free Lem.
Free Lem.
All right. Do we miss anything? Anything else you want to mention here?
Not particularly.
Free Lem.
Based.
Spinders are gonna win easily, obviously. Um,
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
Storms need to make it to playoffs because I need my run back. I'm salty.
Fair enough. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.